Hi, my name is Scott Huddleston, and this video is on This and That, one of my 4 YouTube channels. I'm talking to you today because of an observation that I've made over the years. When I was a child in the late 50s and in the 60s, before the Vietnam War, there was so much optimism and people were pulling on the same end of the rope. Ever since then, things have been going steadily downhill. In the 1960s, there was a particular gentleman called Ray Kroc who, let's say, I won't mention any names, bought a single restaurant and turned that into a chain that fortunately didn't spread right away. But the point was that it was really a fast food beef restaurant, which I'll just say beef restaurant, that made beef on a bun and all this special sauce, and let's just say it contains a lot of cholesterol and, of course, saturated fat. Why do you think the United States has the highest incidence of heart disease in the world? That's because the United States is doing nothing else. The people in the United States, are doing nothing else than eating fast food these days. Very, very few people eat proper food anymore. Maybe the real very educated people do eat proper food. I don't know, maybe they have their own chefs. But most Americans just want to have something quick and dirty, let's say, put it that way. And quick and dirty is not the way. And you've got a government in the United States that doesn't even care about its people. They had a food pyramid that was totally wrong. It had the cheese and meat, all the saturated fat stuff on the top. Why do you think the United States has fluoride in the water? You're told by the United States government that the fluoride is for keeping your teeth strong. No, that's not why they put it in the water. It's in every toothpaste that you buy, fluoride. They put it in the water because it's poison and it dumbs the people down, so that people can't even be smart enough to decide who to vote for. They can't decide what systems to change in the United States. For example, the electoral system, which is so corrupt that when Al Gore won the popular election in the United States, they gave the election to another person that said, if she wasn't my daughter, I would do her. So you can imagine who that was. And this whole dumbed down thing let Biden be in office, who was already senile. When he went to Ukraine, he said to the president of Ukraine, Mr. Putin. This is a guy that's entrusted to run the country. There's been a series of very, very, very bad presidents. Why do they get elected? Because the public is dumbed down and because the electoral system is dirty. Anyway, back to the health thing. When I went to Switzerland years ago while working at a Swiss bank, really at the very beginning, all the Swiss were so healthy, they were working out, there was no such thing as electric scooters back then, and all this automated stuff to get around. Well, I came back years later and actually moved there, and guess what? They blew up. Their bodies became obese because those particular restaurants and fast food things proliferated in that area as well in Switzerland. Now, years in the same time I was working for Swiss Bank, I went on business to Stockholm, where I live now. Stockholm's people were also very, very fit, really exercised all the time. They didn't use any of these devices to get around faster. And now I look around when I go down to Stockholm, and I go, or look around even the area where I live now, which is considerably north. So many people are, for lack of a better word, fat. It's so important that you and your family start eating healthy. There's a rumor that the fat is in the genes. The genes are not dictating how fat you are. What you put in your mouth dictates how fat you are. Like if there was a fat mother, then she said, well, I guess my kids will be fat too. But they're not fat because of the genes. They're fat because the fat mother gives fat stuff to the kid. Saturated fats and cholesterol. That's why there are so many children that are extremely obese today. In any case, I'll get off my soapbox now and just I beg you to do some research that you can trust, or ask people that you see are slender and ask them how they do it. But I can just tell you, the recipe is exercise, put good food into your body, and be happy. Then you'll live a happy, long life. Anyway, thanks for watching, and all the best to you.